up in that black dress. I said, with your lips, don't confess. Hands on my neck, you press. Sweat on your skin, that flex. Know that you own this night. Slow turn, hit me with that side eye. You say, prove you ain't like those guys. I say, watch when the beat finds. We're leaving it all on the floor tonight. You and me get lost in the flash. If we go too far, then we'll cross that line. We're leaving it all on the floor tonight. Body on body, you hold me tight. If we falling deep, we'll be alright. We're leaving it. Back to the wall you leave. Turn around, drop low, then tease. Hair in my face, can't breathe. But I don't wanna leave. Shots in our veins, we sweat. Your nails down my arm like crack. You say my name like a wave. I'm gone every time it breaks. We're leaving it all on the floor tonight. You and me get lost in a flash. If we go too far, then we'll cross that line. We're leaving it all on the floor tonight. Body on body, you hold me tight. If we falling deep, that will be alright. We're leaving it. Tell me, do you really wanna leave when it ends? Alright, till the sun comes up again. If tomorrow hurts, we'll pretend. Cause right now, this night's our friend. It all on the floor tonight. You and me get lost in the flash. If we go too far, then we'll cross that line. We're leaving it all on the floor tonight. Body on body, you hold me tight. If we falling deep, we'll be alright. We're leaving it, yeah.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? It is Cruise Casino Talk Show time. Okay, how y'all doing? We're excited because we get to talk about casinos tonight. Look, that's always our thing. Okay, so we can hardly wait for Tuesday to come. We're glad that you guys are in here. And when I say we, I'm referring to all the people waiting backstage to come on and say hi to y'all. So anyway, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm going to bring them in. First in is Lori. Lori came in first.
Hey.
She was here before me. How you doing, sweetie? Welcome
I
in.
beat you.
And
I'm
then,
glad you made the show.
thank you. Chris coming back from the Star of the Seas.
Hey everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my microphone.
And then somebody you haven't seen for a while, but is also the co-host. So I should have probably brought her on first, but I didn't want to shock y'all. Okay, here she is. Nutty!
Hello,
She
everybody.
did my laugh. I love it.
Woo. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. How is everyone? Well, I hope. I'm tired, but anywho, I'm ready.
She's ready. Both of you and Chris were gone last week, so we were holding up. And then what was funny is Lori didn't make it last time, and we were supposed to talk about a specific topic, and well, I did it anyway. But
Well, that's okay. I didn't bring my notes now, so.
It's okay. We talked about all the stuff. I mean, I don't know.
Well, the only thing I can tell everybody, anybody that's got a casino offer right now, you can't use it on the Foodies group cruise. We
Yeah.
have to wait until the new offers come out to go for a room.
Okay. Let me say hello to the people in the crowd. Mike, cruise ship drone in the house. Hey, how you doing, Mike? I love it. Welcome in. And then Cheryl coming in. Cheryl, how you doing? Cheryl from Cruising is Fun Anytime. It's my buddy Mickey's Adventures, part of the Foodie Squad. Hey, girl. Welcome in. Okay. And then it's the Desert DJ coming in. Willie's Desert Hangout, part of the Foodie Squad. Hey. How you doing, sweetie? And Carol was on when I went to bed last night. Girls get in them watch hours. Hey, girl, welcome in. Yeah, last thing I heard was y'all laughing when I went to sleep. You and Dave and Eddie and somebody, I don't know. But y'all were up late last night, okay? And then Travel with Josiane coming in, part of the Foodie Squad. Hey, Josiane. Also, Bill coming in, part of the Foodie Squad. Bill, how you doing? Okay, and there's Chris, which who you can see right now in front of you. Cruising Complete coming in, Mr. Barry. Hi, Barry. Welcome in. Howdy, howdy, everyone. Liz, hey, Liz. Liz has been commenting on my casino videos saying, wait a minute, you're making me want to gamble. I'm sorry, sweetie. She keeps saying it. I'm like, oh no, oh no. Linda Montemayor coming in from Galveston. Hey girl, welcome in. She's studying she told me she's studying the $20 bet so that she can do some stuff when she gets on her cruise in September. I was like, you go, girl. That's the whole point of those $20 videos was to help people learn how to do it. Lori Barber coming in. Well, she's already here, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. Chillaxin Travels. Hey. Hey, Chillaxin. I love their name. That's just funny, Chillaxin. Okay, you guys. I see y'all
Will
were
G
in.
made it into.
Who?
Will G.
Yeah, I'm almost like, my goodness. Warren D. Hey, Warren. Welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. I hope you like what you see. We're going to talk about some stuff here that might be of interest to you if you like cruising and also casinos. Will G just got off a ship and is already about to go get on another ship. That's what you call the life right there.
I'm
Okay.
telling you, with no breaks in between. Go ahead,
Oh,
dude.
I'm telling you, man. And look, the only other person I know that's like that right here is Mr. Chris because he's getting ready to go on another cruise too. I tell you, guys ain't playing. They are not leaving them ships empty for sure. I'm glad we could put you to sleep, LOL. I'll be listening while at the gym.
I need at least 3 months in between. I, I did one time where we got off the ship, we came home. I had no sooner finished washing my clothes than I went, oh, I forgot. I had another cruise book that I had booked at the last minute before we got on the cruise. That was the following week. And that was just not, no, it was no good. I didn't like it like that.
I can't wait. I'm tired of being an adult already, and it's just Tuesday. So,
See?
but,
Too
having to
He's
cook for
living that
much.
myself,
privileged
and
life.
I
He's
had to
been waited
make
on hand and foot.
I had to make my own bed this morning, which is a
Oh
bunch of
my gosh,
hogwash.
no,
Now that's the
no.
kind of stuff that make you go,
Uh huh. It's adulting's for the birds. I'm
Isn't
yes.
tired of it.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. Oh my gosh. So I'm getting ready to roll out Friday to Vegas. So woohoo! Y'all will hear,
Woohoo!
I'll try and pop in every chance I get. We'll see what happens. But
Don't
you
tell
know,
that story. Do you? And
Have
I,
fun.
I will probably miss you guys. I do. It's kind of weird. I'm used to seeing y'all every morning. So every morning, well, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every morning, and then Tuesday and Thursday every evening. But I'm used to seeing y'all a lot. Yeah, that was a commercial. Chris recognized that. He was like, anyway, you guys, if you're here to listen about cruise casinos, comp deals, free offers, talk some smack about some of the cruise ships, yeah, you're in the right place. Yeah, Chris is laughing because we haven't even asked him what did he do on his cruise because he
Oh
was on the
man,
Star of the Seas.
oh
I
wow.
had I had an amazing time, and that is there's cruise ships, and I've been on a bunch of different ones, different sizes, and I don't even know if you really should even call that a cruise ship. I mean, it is a floating,
Floating city.
yes, and was just unbelievable from top to bottom. I've never experienced anything like it, and it's just. I've been on the Mardi Gras, which is part of the XL class ship, and don't get me wrong, love the Mardi Gras, really do. I love the layout of that ship. I really like it. There's a few quirks, but for the most part, beautiful. It just doesn't hold a candle. It's
I
not even in
know.
the same stratosphere.
That's what I'll be
Um,
on in 11 days.
Really?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi
Okay.
Gras. Yeah.
And I, again, looking forward to the celebration. I love those ships, but this is just on a different level, and it's the little bitty details all across the ship that just make a massive difference. In the entertainment, and I mean, I'm a dude to the core. You know, going to a musical or an aqua show or an ice show, those words have never come out of my mouth. You know. But we went to all three of those shows. Back to the Future was unbelievable. The Aqua Show was probably my favorite show of the whole thing, and then the Ice Show was it was incredible. I mean,
love
all
the
of
ice
them. It
show.
was
I
just
really
top notch entertainment. So
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize the ice show is pretty cool.
it was very cool. It
Yeah.
and that little venue holds quite a bit of people too.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, it was very well done. All of them were just really, really well done.
What is your previous royal experience?
Freedom of the Seas. That was it.
Yeah, that's a
So,
big jump.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had never experienced Central Park before, and just walking through there, I was just, this is crazy to me, you know? And the other thing is just something as simple as being in the Pearl Cafe area, the seating area, and then looking how far it is to go to the other side of the ship, not the front to rear, but the other side of the ship. It's like, that is a long freaking way over there, you know? And this is all on one vessel. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm glad I got to experience. I hope I get to experience it again. I hope I get to experience
How
the
many
legend.
people does it hold?
7,500 passengers at full capacity and 2,500 crew.
Did
Oh,
it feel
that's
crowded?
insane.
No. The only time that it ever felt crowded at all is where the ice rink area is.
Be
You
studio
have
B.
you have to walk through the Playmakers Sports Bar to get there.
Yeah.
And
I
when it
remember.
let out, it was a little bit, but still we made it through there in like 2 minutes, you know. I mean, but I'll tell you this will tell you everything you need to know about crowds and crowd control and how Royal does it. Okay. We had about 6,800 passengers on this cruise. We were on deck 14 forward, all the way forward. We did self disembarkation. From the time we walked out of the door of the room until the time we walked off of the gangway into the terminal was less than 10 minutes.
You must
Embarkation
be
and
able to walk that
disembarkation.
ship fast.
Yes.
I mean, oh my goodness.
The way they handle disembarkation is they need to teach a class.
Everybody.
Because
Yeah.
I was on the Horizon, and I'm not trying to slam Carnival in any way.
Oh,
I'm just doing a comparison.
We've all been there. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
if Betty has, but we've all been
Did they have you looping around?
No.
See, MSC. I like the way MSC did it because you kept moving. But you knew you were going to be in that line sooner or later. You would get there.
Everything is fed into deck 5, which is the promenade deck, and you come off the ship the same place you come on the ship.
Yeah.
And that's the huge promenade area. So
Oh my
there's
gosh.
tons of space.
Thanks.
And I mean, the elevators, everything, it was perfect. When I got off the Horizon in April, just to get off the ship took 45 minutes.
Wow.
Then I made the huge mistake, and here's a pro tip for you. In Miami, they've changed, or I don't know if they changed it because this is the first time I ever did it, but I had some extra bags because I took a bunch of stuff with me for the group. It was a group cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And so I checked one of my bags to pick it up after I went through security, or to go pick it up, you know, in the terminal. And they had the airport style turnstile thing going with all the baggage. It took me an hour to find my bag, which was already pulled off the conveyor, shoved underneath a table with a bunch of other bags stuck on top of it. And I mean, I'll never do that again, but disembarkation And I've gotten off of a bunch of Carnival ships, okay, smaller, bigger, whatever. The way they handled it was just so much better because every TV screen, every digital screen, everywhere told you exactly where to go, when to go there. I mean, everything just flowed. And the way the elevators operate on the Star or the Icon class ships, it is a smart elevator, but it is not in the same fashion as the smart elevators on Carnival, where you have to punch it for how many people you have or whatever. And it just moves people so much easier. I mean, the way they handle crowd control on that ship is very, very well thought out. Very well thought out.
See, look,
you just
look
gave me another reason not to cruise Miami.
Yeah, Miami's.
Just cruise on Royal when you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key to that. And that, by the way, that is exactly why I like Miami. I like Miami with my Royal ships because it's in, it's out. It's in, it's out. So there you go. But you
You awake over there, Nettie?
Well, I was just about to say something to her, so I hope she's awake. Nettie has been across the pond, and she looks a little different.
I was hoping it faded. Golly gee.
I think it's beautiful. You have a nice, like, really kind of golden thing going on there. She said it was hot.
It was hot. Hot. I don't know if there's another word for hot, but it was
caliente.
Hot. Now, caliente times 21. I don't know. Shoot, it was stupid hot. I was born in the summer, but I am not a summer person. Give me the winter any day of the week.
She lives in Chicago area, so
yes.
Yeah,
I love it.
She loves it. Okay, she loves it. So what was your experience like though? Did you gamble? We gotta ask that question.
Oh yes. Yes, I did.
Did you win?
Yes.
Did you come home with money?
Believe it or not, yes, I did. And you know, we've talked before, and I've talked about NCL or going to a casino locally with my mom, and she's winning and I'm not, or I might win a little bit, and then she tells me I can't go with her anymore because she ain't winning. And I'm like, this time I go, and I normally take $1,000 with me, and I had 300. I don't know, don't ask me why 300 that I separated, and I was going to put this money together when we went to Vegas the week before. And I said, nope, I'm going to leave this money so I can have more to play on the ship. And then we go to Vegas. I don't have that money. I come back and I'm packing because we go away on the 30th of July. Then we come back on the 2nd of August. And then we're turning around on the 6th of August and going to Venice. And I'm looking for my money. And I'm like, I need that extra money because Norwegian doesn't pay me. And I want, I want the extra money so I can, a little more than 1,000. What the hell? Because I know they're going to take all my money. But I was ready. I couldn't find it. Ultimately, I called my daughter because we had the Norwegian gives you 150 free
play.
No, what do you call it?
Onboard
internet minutes or something.
Oh, Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. And I WhatsApped her, and she told me she found my money in the washing machine, and she took pictures of it, and it was stuck like in some grooves. And so she took it to the bank, and I told her she could keep it because NCL flipped the script, and just about every machine. The only reason why I didn't come home with as much money as my highest point was because of me. $20 be damned. I didn't play $20. I played $600 in a machine.
I like to think though I had a little influence on you.
You did. I started out that way. I started out in my 20s. I swear I did. But like I put out that one little video where the lady came and tapped me on the shoulder and told me that I couldn't video, and I hit like I think I left that machine with like $400, and then I went to another machine. I was on the Yeti, I was on my cows. The cows one night. Anyway, it was nice. I almost tripled my money, but in an effort to win a free cruise, and I didn't understand how that worked. I gave up like $500 trying to win a cruise, and apparently I already had the stupid free cruise.
Things to check before you go. Yeah.
Yes, because and DC is that
No, you just sweeten the pot. You probably get more free play or something now.
I just might, and I still don't understand NCL's thing. I don't. And when you're playing and you see this thing, you see your name, and then you see the little thing, and you see numbers gathering, and I'm thinking I'm working toward a number there. Apparently, they have an invisible number somewhere that you can't see. I swear, because the
That's
thing,
like Carnival.
yeah, I'm like, what?
We
the
don't know
heck?
what's going on.
So I'm trying to get to this 2,500 points that I can see because I saw something that said it on, on the little thing that says your name, and then you can push and charge and all that kind of business. And I'm trying to get there. And then something said, go to the rewards desk and ask them where you are. And the lady says, oh, yeah, you have a free inside room. I was like, damn, I just spent all this money. I could have come back home with more money.
Yeah.
But I did well. I only took the one video though, because after that I was looking over my shoulder. So I was just going to take a few of the pictures that I took.
Well, I was going to say, if anybody catches you recording, just tell them, I'm just taking pictures. It's funny if you say that, they will stop bothering you. I don't know what that's about, even though it's obvious I'm recording. I go, I'm taking photos. They'll go, okay. And
that's what I started doing, but I think she might have seen the little red button on or something. I don't know. And so, yeah, she stopped me. And after that, I was like, I don't feel
I have heard NCL is the most sticklers for that. Yeah.
I believe it.
I think so too. Hey, but I told somebody, I said it didn't hurt that I was sitting next to the cashier. So
I am good sitting next to
I'm gonna have to do a video on how to do covert recording on this slot machine.
But that sucker was paying. The Yeti was throwing snowballs and everything. God. I was like,
the machines that I've sat on close to the cashier or the casino host desk have always paid me better.
Yeah, yeah. But the only thing is, when you go back, you really can't go back to the scene of the crime, because then it's like, yes, we got her now, and then they try to.
Yeah, you got to move after that happens, for real. Yeah, you got to go to a corner in the dark. Yeah, that's exactly what
happened. In the corner in the dark. Yep.
Regina, hi. Welcome in, Danny and Regina. Welcome in, and Jennifer coming in. Hey, Nettie is back. Nettie. Okay, so everybody's in here calling Nettie. Nettie. No worries.
Burnt forehead. Don't look at it. Oh,
y'all are funny. Y'all are so funny. But okay, so I guess we should talk about casinos now.
well, let me say this real quick before you do. If Cheryl's here, we were on the Viva, because I think they're doing the Viva in October or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Halloween.
Yeah, and we'd been on another ship called the Prima, which they're all, in the same class, and I hated the Prima. Yes, I said it. I hated the Prima.
Yes, I said it.
And the reason I hated the Prima was because of the other ships. You had straight lines. You could get off an elevator and just walk through to the other side, whatever that is, on either 6, 7, or 8, or different floors that they had to go to different places. But with this new ship, they came up with newfangled ways. You got staircase here. It was just stupid. And so I was a grouch. And fast forward to a couple of weeks ago when we get on the Viva, which is the same ship, I said, okay, I'm going to go on with a better attitude. And I did. And I liked that ship, but I didn't see the whole ship, because where's my favorite place? The atrium and the atrium bar.
Oh,
and, and a casino. But because it was Europe, and apparently it was a 9-day cruise. We had one sea day, and we was port. So the ports are so close, so stupid close that the casino was barely open. I saw
Oh
this guy that
no.
we had met in the hotel, and he said one night he went to the casino. It opened at 12:39. That's what he said, and they put them out at 2:15. 12:39 in the morning, and the casino closed at 2:15 in the morning.
That's
So
crazy.
I am totally
Bill's the one we need to pull up when if we want to talk about closed casinos because don't you remember him trying to find? He couldn't even find a bar. Did you find bars open
Have
at
you
that
ever
time?
found a bar?
I
If you
don't
could, if the
know.
casino was closed, could you at least find a drink somewhere?
Well, hell, once what we had one port, a couple of ports we got too late and went. I mean, not late. We left late. I forget which one it was. It left at 10 o'clock at night, and so they said, "Oh, the casino probably won't open till noon." They had it printed in the daily whatever, and so I'm like, I'm not staying up till noon. I went to the Atrium bar. I'm all over the place. I thought going to Spain, it's like some people think when you go to Alaska, you're going to fall asleep. It all depends on the people. Even old people party.
Especially on Virgin. But it doesn't happen till late because they take a nap the whole day.
Old people party on the NCL Viva. I got a picture and we got a couple of videos of some old dude. I don't know how old he was. He's on the dance floor with like a glass of, let's call it an old fashioned on his head. And he's just going. Then he tries to put a glass of wine on his head. That was a little harder to balance.
I think did you post that?
I don't know.
Somebody obviously did.
Maybe I've just seen that guy on video before.
I was going to say,
this dude was,
it's possible.
So it was very good. I didn't drink a lot, but I drank enough because again, pivoting, you know, I got this much of a stomach left, so liquor hits me quicker, and I didn't need to find a bar, but yes, the casino closed early. I don't know about the bars because we just, you know, once we got back in and the ship took off, it was, and knowing that you had to get up and out at 8 o'clock in the morning to do the next port, and you were hot as heck from the day, which wears you out.
But did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, I did, but I will never do that again. I mean, I know it doesn't sound like it, but I will never, ever, unless there's at least 2 or 3 sea days, so it may mean a longer cruise. But seriously, we had 2 ports, 1 sea day, then it was port. I think it was 6 ports, and it was too many. It was too much.
I have to have time between my ports. I'm like you. I need a day to drink and gamble, okay?
Yeah. And I stayed up and
Get a good nap.
Stay up late because I had to wait for the stupid thing to open. And one night the lady did come and tap me on the shoulder. And that was right after with the cows. What is that? Planet Moolah.
Planet Moolah.
I was playing and I hit this symbol, and there was this funny looking symbol that went with it, a jackpot symbol. And all of a sudden it says jackpot invasion. Then you start seeing these things go past with different money amounts on it. And all of a sudden it landed on one and it said $893. And I was just sitting there, you know, because I'm just RBF. I'm just sitting there looking at it. And all of a sudden I was like, hold up. That's 900 flipping dollars, man.
Isn't it nice when you can't figure out your daggone, you know, you're mathing in your head, but you're mathing wrong, right? You know?
Mathed real
then
wrong.
all of a sudden it goes $900 and you're like,
what? And then
When
she taps me on the shoulder talking about we getting ready to close.
When you got tapped on the shoulder, and in that video, I thought she's gonna stop, and I don't know what she got. and then I got the snapshots. I was like, oh. I was so excited.
I didn't see that. Oh my God, I didn't get a notification.
I was so excited that I got to see the win.
Alternate notification.
Well, it was like a minute and a half short or something like that. But yeah, because once she did that, then I just sat with the phone. I'm leaning back and I'm just like picture. And that's what I should have told her. But since I was talking, you don't talk to your phone when you're taking pictures? Do you? Oh my gosh, look at that! I can't believe I got that. I'm trying to move and get it in the right place. And so,
I do. Look, I do.
but like I said,
I
I was
even
sitting next
pretend
to the
like I'm pushing
cashier.
the button sometimes just because I know the eyes in the sky are watching me. So
And
there
I
you
don't know
go.
why it matters, but it mattered. And so
Yeah,
after
I
that,
don't
I was
understand
done.
why it matters either because the reason you can't record in a casino is you can't record people in the casino. If
Right.
you're
And I
pointing
had
it
it
right
just,
at a machine, I mean,
yeah. And if you look at the phone, that's all you saw was the machine. Nobody else. I didn't have it this way. It was just like that, going up so you could see the whole thing. And then she told me no videos. So,
well, see,
okay.
that's crazy because usually casinos will let you record your win. They
Mhm.
will let you record your bonus almost anywhere because, well, that's good for them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you record a bonus, that's good on Caesars or whoever you're at. But so I'm surprised NCL did that. But we have some people that are. It cracks me up that some people in the casino that feel like they have to, come hard on the law. Like, look, you cannot record right now. Okay. Anyway, so Chris, what about you? Did you win big?
I had a series of small, fairly significant wins that helped me continue down my path, but I lost overall. I ended up with 4,015 points, and I
Wow.
lost just a few dollars shy of $1,500, which was a little bit more than I wanted to, but I'll have a video coming out on this. I needed, it was like 170 points somewhere in that area to get to 4,000, and 4,000 is the next offer tier level. And I had an $85 voucher left over from the previous day. And I was like, I'm going to go sit down at Top Dollar and I'm going to play Top Dollar and I'm going to see if I can get those points with this $85. And I think I got within like 40 points of getting the 4,000, and I ran out of money. And then those last 40 points were really freaking expensive.
Why is that?
Anyway,
Why is
I don't
that?
know.
That happened to
But
me on Freedom.
yeah,
I mean, why is that?
I
Trying to
was
get
like,
more points.
I'll put 40 more
don't look
in.
at it. Don't look.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was
there
like,
you go. Don't look.
I'll put 40 more in and that'll get me there. And it didn't get me there. So 40 more and that'll get me there. And that didn't get me there either. But I'd even cashed in my free play and transferred everything over to try to generate as much money toward it. And I mean, to get that many points up, I mean, I got like 130 points on $85, which is $5 a point, So I was like, shoot, I'm breezing here. It was one bonus after another bonus after another bonus. And then when I got to the last part, it was like the machine went, okay, we're going to lock it down, and, but I
Be
had
too close.
Yeah.
That was my question. Did you have fun doing it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the coolest things, I had two really cool things happen to me, three cool things happen to me in the casino on this cruise. The first one was my brother. He does not know anything about gambling at all. So hearing the questions helped me realize, there's a lot of people out there that are probably walking into this casino that really do not have any idea how any of this works at all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He
That's why I'm
didn't even-
making those videos, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
one.
he was like, I don't get the denomination credit thing you're talking about. I don't understand. I mean, even when we left after the whole week of him watching me gamble, because he just doesn't gamble. He's like, I still don't understand, But the other thing is I was sitting playing double Top Dollar, and there was a pinball machine right next to me, and this guy and girl sat down. They were younger, and they were from Mexico, and it turned out they were brother and sister. Had never gambled before, ever. Didn't understand it. So I got the opportunity. I mean, they were asking me all kinds of questions, and I was explaining everything. And then I got the brother to sit down at double Top Dollar. I was done playing, and I said, sit down. I said, just put how much ever money you want to put in there, and I'm going to show you what to do. So he put $10 in, And I showed him, you know, what everything meant and explained how a slot machine works and all this kind of stuff. And he ended up, it was this probably the worst thing that could have happened. He ended up winning like $40 off that $10.
And then he was
like,
hooked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the last thing and the coolest thing that happened, and I was so humbled by this, was I was sitting at a Dragon Link machine. I went back, there was a wall of them, and there was 4 machines, and there was a man sitting at the first one and a woman sitting at the third one, and there was a little seat there, you know, so I squeezed my way in. And I really wasn't saying anything while I was playing. I was kind of joking around here and there and all that kind of stuff. But when I got done and cashed out, I started kind of talking to both of them and found out they were boyfriend and girlfriend. And I'd say they were probably in their mid 40s or something like that, you know. And the guy had been on several cruises and he was familiar with gambling, but the girlfriend, she's like, I'm just learning how to do this. And I said, well, I happen to have a YouTube channel, you know, as Kurt from See Me Traveling says, I started selling insurance at that point, you know?
Hey, I've given away 6 pins this week, so I can't talk.
So I started talking to her and I said, yeah, I said, I have a YouTube channel called Cruising on Comps. And she stopped and looked at me and she goes, I know who you are. You have the little cartoon character of yourself. And I said, exactly. I said, that's me. And the coolest thing she said was, she said, believe it or not, she said, I didn't know anything about anything. And she said, I was getting cancer treatment. I got diagnosed with cancer and I was getting cancer treatment. And I was at home watching YouTube and I ran across your channel. And it inspired me to go, you know what? I don't know how much time I have left, but if I can figure out how to do this, it's going to help me travel a lot more with the time I do have left.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend goes, I don't think you understand, man. That's true. She's not embellishing. You really, and I'm like, what are the odds of that? You know?
Yeah.
It was a sign from God.
Yeah. And I was like, that is so cool. And I got pictures with them and stuff like that. It was just a very cool experience, super cool couple. And if you're watching, Jennifer and James, hey, y'all made my day. You made my week. And then I immediately went and sat down at Double Top Dollar and won $500. So I was like, this is good.
I'm telling you, you was just blessed that day.
Oh yeah.
The funny and ironic thing about that is you had just asked us in a survey whether we liked the little guy.
Uh-huh.
And then you got an answer from an agent.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
I mean, my whole, this is kind of getting off topic a little bit, but at the beginning of this year, I really put forward, I sat down and said, okay, I have this YouTube channel. It's established, it's monetized, but I'm not putting enough work into it. And I need to come up with a plan and figure out exactly how I'm going to do this. And I have a sales and marketing background and I understand how all that stuff works. And one of the things and this is not throwing any shade on anybody watching, I totally understand and I use it myself, but a lot of the AI thumbnails that are out there these days look exactly the same. So it's hard to differentiate one from the other.
Especially if people don't put their labels on them or anything. I mean,
exactly.
I don't know who they are. Like,
so I was like, how can I differentiate myself? And I started thinking back, and this is true, to breakfast cereal. When I was a kid, what did I identify breakfast cereal with? It wasn't the name of the cereal. It was the
Tony
mascot.
the Tiger. Yeah.
Tony the Tiger, the Fruit Loops, you know, all of that.
The leprechaun.
Exactly. So it was like, I need to come up with something like that. And so I started playing around, and I'm heavily involved in AI and video generation. I use a lot of that for my real job. And so I got to playing around and I figured out how to make, you know, he's technically, yeah. And then I figured out how to animate him. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, and when I launched it, I started noticing a lot of people were commenting going, I love the intro video you've done for your channel with the little animation. It's awesome. You're very talented, blah, 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 blah. But it was getting people's attention, you know, and that was what it was intended to do. and it just fell into the other blueprint of what I had planned for the year. Now, what I didn't have planned was this community. Kurt and Marcia had invited me on their show about 2 years ago now, right after I had launched my channel. And I was very fortunate that I became monetized within like 90 days.
Wow.
I had a video take off, and I got monetized very, very fast. I was very, very fortunate for that, because I absolutely did not know, still don't know what I'm doing.
Well, everybody in the audience is giving you the bird.
I'm sure. And hey,
Just so you know.
I'll take it. I'll take
Poor
it.
little Chris.
I know how.
No, we're giving it to little Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, they invited me on their show, and I got to know, a few people in the chat here and there. But the last part of last year was so incredibly busy for our business that I just did not get a lot of time to do YouTube, watch YouTube, or anything like that. But I went on the cruise in April on the Horizon, which was like a group cruise, and I got to meet a lot of people and really become friends with a lot of them. And those people led me to more people in the community, and then ultimately, Vicki, they led me to your channel and everything.
Welcome.
And I'm very thankful for that, because I did not anticipate, this was not part of my plan.
We all feel that way. The community came as a big surprise and blessing to all of us. Yeah.
And it's so much fun to be a part of, and everybody's just so cool. Even with the things that we may disagree about as a community on certain cruise lines or whatever, it's never done maliciously. It's always done in kind of that banter you just have about those type of things,
Yeah, we pick on each other.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I said all that to say, I didn't win money in the casino, but I won something bigger.
The more important.
And that was very, very cool to me. So
I know, that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys,
that's a story for Winning Wednesday also.
Yeah, Winning Wednesday. Winning Wednesday. I know, man. I can't believe that happened to you. When if I should ever be recognized, it'll probably be because of my giggle.
And I'll say this about being recognized. I've been recognized a couple of times on other cruise ships before, and it's weird. And I even tell everybody when it happens, I'm like, please understand, I'm probably going to be kind of awkward right now, because this is just something I'm not used to. And it's very strange to me, because I'm still blown away that anybody cares about anything I have to say on YouTube, but there are people obviously that do. And it's just, I'm a very introverted type person. I'm not necessarily shy. Obviously, I'll talk y'all's ear off if you'll let me, but I'm very kind of introverted, and because of what I do and the fact that I work from home, I spend quite a bit of my time in isolation, just in front of a computer screen working. So being in that environment is kind of a sensory overload as it is.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, for something like that to happen, it's
Something
very
so
it's very humbling, humbling, and in a good way.
Yeah.
But it's also just, I don't know that I'll ever get used to it.
Yeah.
It was very, and again, I told them that, but there's much more to my YouTube story, and I've thought about doing a full video on that whole.
That would be
thing
nice.
as well.
That would be nice, Chris. I mean,
but one of my things, and Vicki, I will tell you this here.
Yeah.
I wore braces for 3 years, and then like 6 months after I got them off, I got hit in the mouth with a baseball.
Oh my God.
A 95 mile an hour fastball. And to this day, I was fairly athletic as a kid, but baseball, I just couldn't do it. And I always tell people that's still the furthest I ever hit a baseball was with my mouth. Okay. And so I've always been kind of self-conscious of that. And when I started YouTube, I did not want to be on camera because of that, because I was certain somebody was going to say something about it. And then you told me I had a beautiful smile, and it made my
Oh,
day. You know, like how cool is
you
that? You know,
do.
well,
That's
thank you.
it was
Well,
funny
thank you.
because the first time you did it, I was not expecting it. I was
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah. So you know, I mean, it's stuff like that. I'll just say this: if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, or you're thinking about starting one, and I know all this stuff coming down about the 8,000 hours and all that kind of stuff, just go for it.
Just go for it.
And there are ways for you to be able to figure out how to monetize yourself other than just YouTube monetization. Because I'll tell you straight up, I've got almost 4,000 subscribers, and I've got a little over 250,000 views on my channel. My channel's about a little over 2 years old. And just in AdSense money, which is all I've concentrated on up to this point, I hadn't really concentrated on that. It's just, hey, it's coming in. I've made just over $2,000.
Okay.
So it ain't retirement money.
No, anybody who thinks that you're going to be able to live off of your income on YouTube,
Yeah.
well, good luck with that.
I took my knowledge that I have about how Carnival's casino program works, and I wrote a book and I released it, and I've made a third of that in royalties on book sales in the last 2.5 months.
Wow.
So if you have something that's valuable to people, figure out what it is and figure out how to present it, and people will pay for it. You know, I felt guilty about that at first because I was like, I don't know, you know, people, I know how gamblers are. I'm one of them. They don't like to spend money on anything, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it was like,
save it for gambling.
yeah, this is valuable information that I feel like I have, and I'm going to try to present it as best I can. And there's multitudes of ways you can monetize yourself on YouTube other than just AdSense. So don't let that get you down. Go for it, push for it, do it because you enjoy it. And there are people out there that will appreciate what you're doing more than you'll ever know. And if you're fortunate enough, like I've been, to meet a few of them along the way, it's really, really cool. So
that is really cool. That is really cool. Well, you know, we always joke about the casino programs and talk smack about the ships and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about it, like you said, we're giving people something that may be a blessing in their life. They may be able to travel more. You know, traveling more, any way you look at it, is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I'm a perfect example. I'm a perfect example of that, where I had a job, just real quick story. I had a job for 10.5 years where I was a regional operations and sales manager for a food distribution company. And my territory was from Washington, D.C. to Jacksonville, Florida, and from the East Coast of North Carolina to Little Rock, Arkansas. And the owner of our company, who was my direct report to, did not believe in buying plane tickets. So we drove everywhere. And for 10.5 years, I spent 50 of 52 weeks in a hotel room. The only time I was home is I took 2 weeks of vacation to be home. And it destroyed any relationship I ever had. It destroyed a lot of friendships I had, and I was miserable, but I couldn't get out of it because I was on the road all the time.
Yeah.
So, and I traveled, you know, but it wasn't good travel. And so now to have this opportunity, and I would not be able to do this. Yes, I own a business, but I can assure you I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I would not be able to do this if it wasn't for casino comps and using that system to my advantage. And so that's my whole premise behind everything, is being able to help people figure out, if you do this correctly and strategically, at least for right now, you can really get a ton of value and travel a lot if your schedule allows you to do it for a very small amount of money comparative to what it would cost you otherwise. So
okay, she's reading ahead of me, Chris.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was not.
When they start laughing in the background and it's not funny, I mean,
Yeah, I know. I felt really bad. It's like somebody just said this is the most quiet I've ever seen Nettie. Well,
But you look fabulous. I've been meaning
Yeah.
to say that, girl. You look great. I mean,
You look marvelous.
marvelous. You really do. I mean, I've been afraid to do that trip, okay? But looking at you, I'm thinking, shoot, maybe I'm going to do that next week.
For the color. Oh man,
No, I mean you. No, I'm just talking in general. You can't. You're just like radiate. Look at her.
Okay,
She
I gotta
looks.
find a way to. I don't know how to position myself. I'm not sure.
But before you left, you were not happy with your hair, your face, your clothes. I said, "Girl, you are beautiful." And then you come back and look at you, even more beautiful. So there we go.
Man, and let me tell you, I got my hair done before I left, but you know, it only stays. You can only gel only lasts for so long, and that's why I was sitting here trying to figure it out because it's growing and it's fuzzy, and I'm like, do I want it hanging? Because believe you know, the more you get to know me, you will find out. And I'm listening to Chris, and at 68 years old, I am mad because I still don't know where I fit in or what I have to offer. It's just really stupid. It's my truth. And so, like the other day, I'm looking at my hair. I'm like, I like my hair, but I don't like my hair. I really wish I could comb it again. And so I just took some scissors and I start cutting it. I'm like, I need to do something drastic, but it's not. And it's gray. I'm really thinking about, I need to just flip my whole script and start over in some form or fashion. And yes, the 8,000 points or whatever the heck it is, minutes or views or something. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Oh, the
Why are they
8,000.
messing with me?
Betty, you just
I'm
have
ready.
beautiful highlights. Look at it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, those are natural highlights. I like my natural highlights. It's
I
a little
think
weird.
it
I would kill to have your hair. Okay.
natural highlights.
Natural
And
highlights,
if you look, I got some old videos where when I first started, I was dyeing my hair kind of like a light blonde. Well, when I look at it now, it just looks stupid. But my thought was that the gray would blend in with the kind of light brown, which started to turn platinum blonde. And that way I could just grow in with the gray. But then it was just getting too light the more I did it because I did it myself and you'd overlap color and it was just a hot mess. But, any woman out there who does her own hair, you're not as good as a professional and you're not supposed to do certain things. And you do because you don't feel like going to the hairdresser. But
because it's expensive.
it's expensive. And then when I saw my dude to do my hair, he tried to talk about me. I said, if I didn't mind having my hands in the air for 2 hours, because let me tell you, people, you take this, you got to get some gel, you put it on, and you twist, then you take a clip and you put that in, and by the time you're done, you're like, I am tired. So I did
It's an
go and
arm
get it done.
workout just to do your hair.
I know, and I haven't been to the gym lately, so that muscle I used to have.
Don't get us started on the flab thing.
No.
I know.
You don't have any.
I'm getting better, y'all. I have been. Did I tell y'all this? I've been doing wall push-ups. Okay.
Okay.
Wall push
Whatever it
ups.
takes.
My shoulders
Whatever
and
it
my
takes,
arms
yeah.
are hurting.
Larry cut my hair today. That's why
It
I
looks
put it
I
up
nice.
on
knew
the
your hair was good. You go, Larry. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I do up front and tell them just make
It
it
looks
even.
nice, Chris.
Look at his smile. I'm just laughing because it is so true, though, that you do have a great smile. You guys,
Well, thank you.
we,
I really
we,
appreciate that.
But let me say this: I didn't get hit in the mouth with a baseball bat. And I mean, not a baseball bat, a baseball. And I'm real sorry that happened. But I had at I always equate things to age. Don't ask me why. And now I'm talking. So there you go. I had crooked teeth, and I decided when I turned 60 to get braces because my teeth went into a letter V. If you open your mouth and you look, they just went straight to a V, and then one tooth crooked over the other one, and I never smile. And even now doing this is still weird, and so it's just weird. So I had them, and I had them for 2.5 years, and I was tired of wearing them. Like, look, Doc, my birthday's coming up. I want these off. And it was, coming up on the 2.5, because first she told me she could do it in 8. No, first I went to a dentist and the guy told me, now somebody tell me if this is an insult or not. He said, you're not trying to be or are you Mrs. Illinois? And I see you don't have any problems eating. So why? Yes, you did.
To the moon, okay?
Dang,
To the moon. To the
That's
moon.
what he said. So
Did you walk out? I hope you walked out. I'd have walked out. I would have had the fingers going and everything.
And I'm like,
I had one finger going.
Oh,
He was like, to get them done the way whatever I have in my teeth, they said I would have to get surgery. And I'm like, thank you, have a nice day. I'm done. And then like a couple years later, I decided to do it again because the more I looked at my mouth, I'm just like, I'm too old. Whenever you see somebody, you go, how you doing? And I've seen people with worse teeth who are just out there, oh, yeah, how you doing? They don't mind, but it bothered me. And when I went to this doctor, she said she could do it. It would take 18 months. Well, that's what she told me 18 months prior, but that wasn't true. And it kept going. And then I had to get them off, and I got them off. And then I wanted a permanent retainer, and she said, no, because it might break. And I said, no, I'm going to lose the retainer. So 3 years later, my teeth are back on top of each other again. And because who knew they moved? Nobody told me.
well, that's what the retainer's for.
I know that.
And I don't understand. I don't
And
understand.
so I guess I'm saying all that to say that even when I look at my teeth here, they're close up from a distance, I'm like, oh yeah, my smile looks great. But when I look in the mirror, and then I went back and got braces again. That's money I could have gambled with or traveled with when I think about it, with those crooked teeth, and just be damned. But your
funny
smile is
thing.
nice, huh?
I've talked to my dentist, and she's like, I can hook you up for $3,000 and do it in a day, And I'm like, but do you have any idea how many cruises I could take for $3,000?
How much gambling I could do?
Yeah,
for use 3,000 to make 30,000. Come on.
It's so funny because I am literally the type that I've been doing it this week. I'm going to Alaska, and I don't have the proper attire. So I'm having to shop for proper attire, and I don't want to spend the money to buy.
Goodwill, man. Goodwill.
Yeah, I'm thinking, but I'm like, but I just gambled and lost $1,500 on a cruise ship. Like,
Hey, it's different.
You won't be gambling as much on the cruise, though.
No, definitely. I don't honestly probably see myself spending 10 total hours in there the whole week because I got other things I want to do. That's why I'm going on this one. And I have the Carnival cruises I want to have booked right now. I have booked. And speaking of which, getting back on the actual reason for the show, Carnival's drunk right now.
Oh yeah. Offers. You were supposed to tell us what they did.
Well, so I have offers right now for a balcony room with $500 of free play on the Mardi Gras.
Ooh.
And then I also have offers for the Conquest in an interior room, no balcony, no ocean view, no free play, drinks in the casino.
I know. I just looked at mine before the show and I went.
And I'm like, what are y'all smoking? I don't understand. It's like, why are you going to Excel?
They want you to buy the sea cruises.
Well, this isn't even a sea cruise.
No, that's what they're wanting. They're dropping all the other ones to get you on the sea because they want
a sea cruise invite and
I think what they're doing is they're trying to get their sea cruises full so they can say that they've cornered the market on the other side of Virgin.
Yeah.
With having adult-only cruises.
I have to be honest with you. I have been getting the sea cruise sailing offers for a while. I don't really have any interest in it. I don't go on. I know I gamble a lot, obviously, on a cruise ship, but I do it for a reason. But I don't go just to gamble, and I don't know if I would enjoy that experience, and especially. Yeah.
I would because I'm a foodie. I would be all over the food.
But Travel told me that most of the people that showed up are on scooters, walkers, and oxygen.
No.
I said, right in.
Isn't the sea thing with no kids?
Yes. It's sail exclusively adult is what sea stands for.
Okay, I'm about to throw myself out there again. You guys can talk about me. This last cruise we were on, and I forgot we went in August. So I guess the kids in Europe were not in school yet. And the kids in Europe, I could be wrong. Maybe I don't want to talk about other kids, but these kids apparently have never heard the word no. They just flipping did whatever they wanted to. So don't think that other cruise ships run the gamut on bad A kids. The Norwegian Viva leaving out of Ravenna, Italy, going to Barcelona had bad A kids on it. That if I could see one of those little and triple.
Nettie, I know you weren't here last week, but I came in from the actual cruise, and I was actually calling for a congressional amendment so we could slap kids and not have anything happen to us because of some of the kids I was encountering on this cruise. And there were some adults that were that way too. Let's be honest, but the teenagers.
Yeah.
They were probably the adults of the teenagers. They just happened to not be together.
I mean, there's more stories that I have, but about the whole kid situation and even some adults. But I just have never, again, like I said last week, I don't have children, so I have not built up the tolerance necessary.
And my children are old, so I lost it.
Yeah. But I just know this. If I would have behaved that way as a child, even a quarter of the way some of the behavior that I personally witnessed and had directed at me in a couple of instances, I would not be standing here right now.
Yeah.
There was a fear instilled in me by my mother and father at an early age, and also a respect.
Yeah.
Right.
You respect people that you don't know, no matter what their age is. You just respect them.
Well, just the fact that if to go on vacation, you had to be nice. You had to be a good kid, and you had to follow the rules.
You had to deserve it.
And if you didn't, you were stuck at home with a babysitter, and that was worse.
Yeah. Or
knowing that everybody was out.
Yeah. Or at my uncle's house, who owned a chicken farm, and I knew that the whole week I was going to be cleaning out a chicken house.
Yeah, no, that would be
bad experience. But on the opposite side of the C spectrum, talking about sailing exclusively for adults. Now, y'all know today is Tuesday. What is Tuesday for me, Nettie?
Oh yeah, it's
Seniors.
Citizen Day.
It's Seniors Day. I love gambling with seniors, and you know what? My crew with the scooters, walkers, oxygen. Those are my people.
But see, I don't understand. Honestly, even on the ship, nobody talks. I'm on the wrong cruises. Not that I would talk back, but I had conversations with nobody.
Oh, don't worry. On the Unhinged, we will talk you to death, Nettie. Don't worry.
I have thought about that. I'm like, but then at the same time, I'd probably be like, look, you are.
I hope you're getting a decent sized room for the Unhinged so you have a place to hide.
I hope it's decent size too. Always a balcony. I'm that person. I did the inside rooms and I can't do them anymore.
What deck are you on? What deck are you on?
I have no idea. Honestly.
I think
I had a room and I changed it because a few months ago because I saved a couple dollars. So I check every once in a while to see if I could save some more money because the time is coming up to pay this goofy thing off now. Well, and
don't stop looking. Keep looking because if you find lower prices after the cruise,
you can't do it after the final.
After the final payment, what they do is they give it to you in onboard credit.
Onboard credit. Well, you know what? What I'm looking for now, more than anything, is not even to save money on the cruise, is to find an airfare that is reasonable. We're cruising to Miami in December, and I looked on Southwest the other day, which I hate now.
Don't look on Southwest.
they had the nerve. I call it the nerve to from Chicago to Miami. They were advertising one-way flights because I don't buy round trips. If a flight is decent, I got a flight out. I got lucky and caught one, and from Chicago to Fort Lauderdale. And I told Jonathan, because it comes in at 10 o'clock at night. If they don't kick us out, we can stay in the in the airport all night and then go to Miami the next day. He told me no, but I'll figure that part out. But they had the nerve to advertise flights for $750. Just had it out there bold and big, $750. That's not for two people. That's not round trip.
Well, I'm going to say this one more time.
Google don't matter, Vicky. The fares.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
crazy.
I have been saying Google Flights. Google Flights is my go-to. But if you guys would just tell me where you're going to, what date, which I assume is the 13th, and what you expect, because after I told Josie Ann, she was like, what did she say? Josie Ann cracked me up. She said something about, oh no, that's not a direct flight, Vicky. And I said, oh, I better ask her for her requirements before.
I like nonstop flights, but if the price is right, I've never done 2 stops, but if rather than paying $750, I might go from Chicago
In other words,
Denver to Atlanta.
give her everything.
What the hell?
Well,
Give her choices.
Here's the thing. I'm really good at finding flights. I'm giving y'all a free offer, okay? Free. I'm not charging you nothing just because y'all are my friends. Normally, I would charge money to look up air flights for somebody. But look,
Okay,
send me the information.
I'll send you the information, and I bet you. What was it like in the movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy? I bet you $1 that you gonna come to me crying. Because your brain is tired.
Flights, but I'm waiting. I don't buy my tickets till final payment. So
I buy my ticket, and then I used to buy my ticket before Southwest decided that we weren't happy with the way they were. I would buy the ticket. They did, they decided for me that I wanted to pick my seat. I don't give a crap where I sit. I'm gonna get the front is gonna get there the same time as the back. Anyway. I would buy my ticket, and then if the price changed, when I could afford it, I'd buy it. Like, ooh, that's a decent price, and then I'd check, and the price changed, and then I got credit for my next flight. Now they changed the rules. The credit is good from the time you bought the ticket for 6 months. If you got a basic fare, then you got the not so basic fare. I know that's not what we're talking about, but it's also I can get to the casino on the ship. How's that? It's all related.
Well, it is actually ties back into it from how a lot of these cruise lines are starting to shift the way they're doing things in the same fashion. When it comes to the travel industry in general, there's a lot of things going on. I'll give you a perfect example. My airfare for me, just me to Seattle and back, is $800. And then I get an email yesterday I'm flying American Airlines. And I get an email going, hey, if you would like to upgrade to first class, you can do it on the first leg of your trip from Chattanooga to Dallas-Fort Worth for $47. Or you can check a bag for $45. Or you can upgrade to first class for $47 and get 2 free bags for the whole leg of the trip or the whole trip. What?
I'm telling you.
Like, what are y'all smoking? They're smoking something. Everybody's smoking something. I promise you. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
And the problem is we're not smoking with them. And then, you might not mind.
Well, airplane tickets are inventory. That's all they are. Inventory. So it really matters when you do it.
Right.
What time you do it. What month you did it. I mean, it's all inventory. So you got to consider that even if you see something that's $900 today, it could be $600 tomorrow.
It could be. Trust me, I ain't buying for $750. I'm not. I'm going to go to Costco Travel and find a rent-a-car and then see how much it is for a one-way, and maybe we'll leave 2 days early and drive down there, which I promise we'll be tired as hell, but should be cheaper than $1,500. We can that's back in the day.
I'll drive with y'all. I'll drive.
Shucks, man. And even looking at airfares for February for the Unhinged thing, I'm like, you book cruises at least a year in advance or something. I do, but you can't get airfare that early, and then you find out you can't stupid get there.
Yeah.
I will
I,
say,
You're not
Nettie,
Huh?
I booked my flight to go to DC. We discussed driving and doing the same things, taking our time, doing a 2 day up. And it was when we came down and figured the rental car, the hotels, food, and up and back, and it was the same price,
Oh
give or
wow.
take, give or
Yeah.
take. So it
Yeah.
was.
Gas is high. I'm just saying.
what I'm going to do
I'm
for
gonna
the
supplement.
unhinged as of right now is my plan is to drive to Orlando. I just got to figure out where I'm going to park because I don't want to park at the airport because it's so expensive. And then I'm taking the Brightline to Miami. The drive for me, I live just south of Chattanooga, Tennessee, for those of you that aren't aware, was super smooth going down. I drove going down and back to Port Canaveral. And of course, it was on the weekend. But if you don't stay in the central area of where the cruise port is, you could save a ton of money. I found a place just outside of Orlando next to the Villages, $120, Comfort Inn and Suites, extremely nice hotel, extremely well maintained, beautiful place, $120. If I would have stayed anywhere around Orlando and Port Canaveral, it was like $350 to $400 for a hotel room for the same night. And I'm like, that's insane to me. I'm not doing that, And it was like an hour and 30 minutes to get from there to the port.
Park in the Home Depot parking lot.
I used to work at Lowe's. I know what happens to those
Everybody
closings
does.
after a while.
The only people
Yeah,
that
it's only a week.
the only
Yeah.
parking lot I would ever think of parking overnight like that is Planet Fitness because they're open 24 hours.
That's true. That's true.
Get a haircut, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Amy says she's woke and she's doing good.
Good to hear.
Yay.
I mean, it's y'all don't know this, but Amy had surgery today, so we're glad that you're okay, sweetie. We miss you here, Antoinette. So here's the thing, you guys. I don't mind flying because for some reason flying to Miami is cheap from here. So Nettie,
Go to Louisville. I was
gonna say, Nettie, get in your car, just drive down here. You'll be fine.
I mean, after what
Oh, there you go.
we
Well, hey,
started thinking.
I have a place for you to keep your car.
there your car is parked. There you go. You got a new alternate
Yep.
plan.
As soon as we get
Nikki
off
goes
this
to the
thing,
adult
I'm gonna
arcade
go
on
start-
Twilight Tuesday. Because it's the
And if
Twilight.
exactly, and if you leave early, you can go down and go to Twilight Time with Vicky.
It's not we're leaving on Saturday? Yeah, because it's Sunday that we have to cruise. Oh my gosh. But
I might go back to the old days and fly in. See, for some reason, that cruise in February, apparently February 14th is a big deal. And
Something's going on. Yeah, something.
I mean, something, and I'm not even sure if it's the Super Bowl because the Super Bowl
I don't
is taking
think
place
so.
in Miami. It's a stupid Valentine's. Yes, I said it. That day is what is the
I'm
point?
not taking it back.
What is the point of that day to
Preach.
raise the prices of everything?
Preach,
Even
Nettie.
airfare for that whole
It's something
weekend.
local that's going on. It's something.
Okay, yeah, okay. I like the sound of that.
But
People
here's the
from
thing:
Chicago
you
are
don't
going
have to
Miami.
fly into Miami.
I told you guys when we went on the Carnival Magic 3 years ago, I was watching, I can't think of their name, the Parkers, and they mentioned something and they talked about going into Orlando. When we went to a cruise out of Miami in December of 2023, we flew from Chicago to Orlando, rented a car, stayed there overnight, drove 3.5 hours down to Miami and saved from the airfare that I was originally going to be charged $300. I was like, hallelujah. I can't believe that. It was a little bit of a chore, but we saved money.
Well,
So
I'm
we
saying
gotta
there's
think
lots of what am I thinking? It's lots of places to fly into. Y'all, my brain is hubs. There's lots of
Yeah.
around
Well, yeah,
Miami.
flying into Fort Lauderdale is
sometimes.
usually cheaper than Miami.
Yeah, Fort Lauderdale, at least in December, that's good. I haven't looked at don't think I saw anything I liked for February yet. And then I think Southwest offered Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and what
Girl,
West Palm Beach
Southwest.
or something. Southwest was my jam. I hear you. Anyway, I hear you, but it now is the pits because I mean, even that flight we took on United to Italy, it was just like you might as well have been on Southwest or any other plane. It wasn't big and beautiful. It was a big plane, but people were still just sitting like this
I
because
found
the
a Delta
airfare
flight.
was so high, huh?
I found a Delta flight to Vegas that was $200 less than the Southwest flight.
Yeah, Southwest has lost their minds now. That's what I'm saying.
And that was a
Before
direct
they
flight.
changed, their prices were not this high. Their prices, I never had a problem with Southwest until they decided I wanted to pick my own seat. And
Oh,
if
Carol
you
says, ooh, I like the Brightline idea. You know, Brightline, you got, okay, Carol, go over to Scott's or to Amy's channel and see their Brightline videos.
There's
Because,
lots of Bright Lines
yeah,
videos that are awesome.
yeah,
Lots
well,
and lots.
but these are
And
people we know.
yeah, and there
And the
is
one that Scott does is hilarious. I haven't seen Amy's in complete. I'm gonna have to go back and look at yours, Amy. But I'm sure you're hilarious too.
there is serious talk right now of Miami expanding either the Brightline or the Central rail system that they have within Miami all the way to the cruise port too. And
What?
that yes, because they got to do something. I mean, that's the biggest issue, in my opinion, just observing the whole Miami traffic situation, is it's the combination of having all of the passengers in and out of the terminal at the same time,
On
along
Saturday,
with
on Sunday. Yeah.
along with all of the transport vehicles bringing freight in and out of that area at the same time. Orlando has more passengers going through it now than Miami does.
Yeah, I
And
heard that.
Orlando's we took we parked at GoPort's parking site, which I highly recommend, by the way. $60.
Cruise control.
I also
Cruise
recommend parking cruise.
consolidation.
Yeah,
The company that I use,
it was so easy. But anyway, from the time we stepped foot on the shuttle to the time we got to the car was 10 minutes.
oh,
And even driving in, we hit a little bit of port traffic driving in, but
But
it was
it's
like
never.
a 10-minute delay. And in Miami, it's insane.
Well,
You know,
and then if they have a convention going on or
if the taco joint's got a special that day, you can't get around in Miami.
well,
I mean, it's
here's the
insane.
thing, y'all. A lot of people fly into Fort Lauderdale instead of
Yes.
Miami
yeah.
because it's easier. I mean,
Yes.
even though, and Jorge and I, if it's cheaper, we will fly into Fort Lauderdale and just take an Uber because it's still cheaper to take an Uber from Fort Lauderdale to Miami than to fly into Miami sometimes. But I'm just saying, there are all kinds of options. We're up here talking about cruises instead of casinos. What's wrong with that?
Well, tomorrow you'll be talking about casinos instead of cruises.
We gotta save the money on the cruise to use in the casino. This is
It
the whole
always comes back.
It's
thing.
a cycle. We got to save money to gamble so we can cruise, and then we got to cruise to get points so we can
Yeah.
gamble. I mean,
It
See?
you know, I'll say this too about Fort Lauderdale. What I normally do, which I'm a gambler, so I get a little risky every now and then, and I fly in the morning of a cruise, which I don't recommend, but I'm willing to take that chance. But if I do stay the night, I'll fly into Fort Lauderdale, and I'll find a hotel around there that has a free airport shuttle.
Yeah.
And then I'll take that shuttle to the hotel, take it back to the airport, and get on the shuttle from the cruise line to go to the port. You have to pack your patience because you're on a big bus, but it's a seamless process. It's so much easier to deal with than having to worry about an Uber. It's a set price. You know what that price is. You can purchase it with your onboard credit if you have onboard credit. And it just makes things a whole lot easier. And then I do the same thing when I'm leaving to go back to the airport after the cruise.
say what it is one more time for the people in the back.
All right. So every cruise line has port to airport transportation. Carnival, all of them do. You just have to look
Right.
in the cruise day, post cruise, whatever in the website, or you just call them. It's generally Now, I will say this, for me, it's cheaper because I'm just by myself most of the time, but it's generally anywhere from $25 to $40 a person. So you do have to take that into consideration. If you got a large family, then probably, but I've taken an Uber from the port. It was 85 bucks, you know, but what I do is I will fly in and stay at a hotel near the airport that has a free airport shuttle. And I will take that shuttle back and forth from the hotel. So the morning of the cruise, I'll take it back to the airport.
Yep.
And then I will go to the location where the cruise line shuttles are. And they're all generally in the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll hop on that shuttle. It takes you straight to the port. They offload all your luggage. There's a porter right there. You just walk up, grab your bag, roll it over the porter, hand him a couple of bucks, and you're on your way. And then after the cruise, you'll get off of the cruise, and you have to book a certain time that you're going to take this shuttle back to the airport. You go roll your bag up. They load it on the bus for you. You go hop on the air-conditioned bus. You do have to, again, pack your patience, because this is not an Uber swinging up to the curb and you throwing your stuff in there and then you're on your way situation.
I've done it so many times.
Yeah.
But you got to go look for your
Well,
bus.
a lot of people I know use the shuttles, whether it be from whatever they're shuttling from to the cruise port.
Mhm.
On the way back, they'll spend the extra money in Uber, even though they have a shuttle. They've already paid for a shuttle. I've seen
Now,
a lot of people do
wow.
that.
Another thing you can do is through the cruise line, if you have a very late flight,
Yeah.
they have excursions attached to those shuttles.
I've done that twice.
Yeah. You can go like Port Canaveral. They have one that goes to the Kennedy Space Center,
Yes,
or you can
we did
go
that one.
do a gator tour or whatever. You
We
know,
did
they
that.
got all
Oh, an
types
actual
of-
gator trying to go out to the road too. We were
Uh-huh.
like,
Whoa.
but yeah, Miami and Port Canaveral have done one of those. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Kurt
Let-
has a great idea. You go drive into Miami early, and you just nap in the car.
Oh my.
Well, Kurt, some of us are lower in societal norms, so we have to drive our own car. It doesn't drive itself. So there's that part too. You know, we're not highfalutin like some people that, you know, their car just drives them around for them. So.
Oh no.
I
What
love
the
him,
heck?
dude. He's-
Yes.
But did you
Kurt's my
see what
brother from
Amy
another
said?
mother.
That was funny. She goes, "I'm too cheap. I took the Metrolink and Metrorail and spent $6 for Fort Lauderdale to Miami."
Well, let's
Yeah,
say
there is the Metrolink.
Now I live by the what is it the motto you pay for convenience, and lugging luggage up downstairs or up to save some money. I would love to do that, but yeah, no. If I
I've
mean,
reached
no.
the level of bougie that if
Thank
Jorge
you.
is moving my suitcases, somebody else is gonna be doing
I'm
it.
telling you, I think I need to put that on a t-shirt. Tell them I've reached a level of bouginess that I don't mind paying too much to make things easy for me.
Yes.
But
And-
I would like younger days. I might have done it, but
Yeah.
But the Bright flying into Orlando and taking the Bright Line, because isn't it in the air, basically in
It's
the
in the
airport?
airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a huge option now. And
Yeah,
I
I've
think
been
you
trying
can
to
do the
convince-
Bright Line from both hotels.
I've been trying
Right.
to convince somebody to do that.
Yeah, Brightline drops you right down in the
To
middle
go to
of
the
it.
unhinged cruise, but she won't.
No, I ain't going to no. I just
I mean, she won't go to
I-
Miami because she's afraid
no,
of
because that's
Miami.
too, no, that's taking the Bright Line's too bougie for me.
oh no.
Okay,
Oh, that
so
sounds
Chris,
perfect
you
for
had
me.
mentioned something and I wrote it down. There's some things you have said over the week that I have written down and said, okay, we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
You said Huff and Puff replaced a bar?
On the horizon, yes. There is no bar in the casino on the horizon. It's replaced by 4 Huff and Puff machines, the big, huge ones. They're literally surrounding the LED funnel screen that they have. And I made the comment, I think it was yesterday or something, where I know what the margin would be roughly on alcohol sales at a casino bar versus how much, and those are 5-cent denom. So the minimum bet I think is like $3.75. And when we were on there, they were played occasionally, but it was not a consistent thing. And I just don't see. To me, that's just a stupid decision because your margin on alcohol on a cruise ship with the volume of alcohol they're buying has got to be in the 90 percentile. Easily.
I think part of their thought process when they took out the bars in a lot of the casinos was for smokers. By taking the bar out, it reduced the smokers because it opened up more on the non-smoking side.
This is on the smoking side.
It is on the smoking side.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the thing is
I thought smoking was part of the reason on that. It was
That's
mostly
probably the reason they gave. I think they're doing it to save money because the less bar access people have, the more they have to wait for waiters to come to their slot machine.
That's what I was going to say is the bar service in there was horrible.
I believe you.
And you could not go to Playmakers next door or whatever the sports. I think it's what is the sports bar on
Playmakers and Schooner Bar usually what's in
yeah. But anyway, you could not go on Carnival. It's not Playmakers on.
Oh,
Carnival,
okay. It's not.
No, it's
whatever.
Sky Bar.
Sky Bar. You could not go in there if you had free drinks in the casino and order a drink at that bar. There was no bar you could go order a drink at, which Carnival rarely lets you do that anyway. But and then on top of that, to me, I understand that there are a lot of people on a Carnival cruise in the casino that probably have free drinks in the casino. But at the same time, there are also a lot of people that don't, or they're going to tip the bartender or whatever. There's more money potential there to me than on a slot machine that even if you have it set at an 85% RTP, you're only pulling 15%. And that's not including whatever your lease or ownership cost is to that machine, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know. That's the decision that I thought was very weird. I've never been in a casino before that didn't have a bar.
I did.
You know,
I was in one.
Yeah.
But I really do feel as though Carnival is doing too much. I'm gonna put it out there. Okay, all you Carnival lovers, I appreciate Carnival has been around forever. I know that because I cruised on it first. And I appreciate that they have done a good job of refurbishing, remodeling, recycling their ships.
I will.
But
go ahead.
At some point, between the changing of the rewards, which we talked about a little bit, Chris, changing of the rewards for both the casino and the loyalty, and changing out their casino floor, and they're just doing too much.
The casino floor was done a while back, though.
Yeah. They did a dry dock, I think, in 2025, 2024, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
So you guys have been living without bars all this time?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why it's not the people that are getting the free drinks in the casino because we know ways around it, like buying the Cheers program just so you can get drinks everywhere because you can't get them in the bar.
Oh Lord, don't tell me that because that's what I have in February. But I'm not.
Oh girl,
drink packages cost too damn.
I think Celebration does have.
Okay. So with what you do is you make sure you're gambling when the casino is not as crowded. You will get plenty of service, and then take stuff like beers to the room. Take a glass of wine and have a bottle that you can pour it in to seal it up. So
and you can have mine, Nettie, because I don't drink when I
drink.
But remember,
and take your water and grab a bottle of water every time you leave and so you can stockpile your drinks in the room.
You have to beat Jorge to it though.
And to me, an analogy to use right now between Carnival and Royal is I stopped to ask somebody for directions on how to get to a destination and we'll say that destination is getting a casino comp, and Royal gives me specific directions how to get there. And Carnival's like, well, first thing you want to do is go down here where old Jesse used to live and hang a left. Then you're going to come to a dirt road on the right. Now you can take that dirt road or you can go this way. That's the way
if you
I
see
feel
a red
like,
truck, you've gone too far.
Now,
And that's
Jesse's
the
old
way I get
farmhouse used to be, and it's like, I just want to know how to get to the destination type thing.
Yeah,
But
they're real.
Well,
they're making a lot of changes.
But
And
this is
I love the way that in the bold print now is subject to change. It used to be in the little fine print printed on the back of the page somewhere up in the corner where you thought that was a logo, but it actually says subject to change.
Yeah.
But now it's really big. So that means that they are getting ready to change something. I don't know what it is, but
Princess is also $2. Is it? No, 2 points. No.
1 point for every $2 of coin.
Okay, 1 point for 2. Thank you, sweetie. I could not remember that. But that's the same thing as Carnival, right? So I'm thinking maybe I need to start pointing myself in that direction. Amy's over there going, yeah.
Well, it's all relative though, because you have a higher coin in to point ratio on Royal Caribbean, but you're not required to get anywhere near as many
Oh, that's
coins
true. I only have
to get to
942 points, and
to
I'm
get
getting all kinds
to
of offers.
some type of offer. So it's the where Royal will get you is on video poker, but with video poker, I understand why they did it, because if you know the strategy of video poker, you can sit and play for a very long period of time on very little money.
Yeah.
And it all depends on the odds of the video poker machine as well. But, we were talking backstage before we come on about the point system, the new points reward system, and how it's going to affect casino players with Carnival. And for every casino point that you earn, you also get a rewards point that you can spend on onboard purchases. And one of the perks of that is you can use 1,500 rewards points to get a pina colada. That's $3,000 worth of coin in to get a free pina colada.
That better be one daggone good pina colada. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you can buy it at any bar.
I'm just saying, but you can get it in the pool if you want to.
No, you can't drink in the pool anymore. I don't think anybody lets you drink. No, that's MSC. That's MSC.
Here's what I think the first thing that will happen with this rewards program with Carnival is your ability to get an onboard comp like the steakhouse, or maybe some comp credit to, cherry on top or something like that. That's going to go away. And they're going to say, well, if you want that, you're going to have to spend your rewards points to get that.
Oh my!
Yeah, they're the one thing that everybody needs to remember, because it's happening September 1st here.
Mm-hmm.
There are points. There are points, and I'll be able to tell you more because I'm cruising on the 5th.
Same.
There are
I'm leaving on the
points
7th, so.
that have to be used
Mm-hmm.
during the cruise, or you lose them.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be that $3,000 drink.
And
I don't know, but there are.
You have to use you get the points on that cruise, and then you have to use the points.
Use them by the end of the. But you're also getting matching points, and then aren't you getting invisible points too?
so here's what I will say. Here's some redemptions, okay?
Let me do.
Straight from the website.
Oh,
Snorkel.
before you do that, I gotta say this because I've been wanting to say what he said. I keep wanting to say this. I keep forgetting. They did change where you can walk to casino bars on Carnival for casino drinks. In case y'all didn't know that.
Where did you see that? I want to see it in writing.
He
Send
said
it
the
to me.
policy changed a year ago. I actually was told that by
Now
somebody.
I've been charged twice for
Mhm.
drinks in the past year at a bar that I was able to get it removed, but I had to go to special service and stand in line
See, all of the drinks that I
behind
got,
the faster to the fun people, I might
all the
add.
drinks that I got on Magic, I got at the bar. I
The
didn't
problem-
get one drink at the slot machine. I
the
walked up there, got a drink for Jorge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And-
right.
The problem though is we're talking about the Horizon. They don't have a bar in the casino.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Is there's no bar to walk up to. and
there
get
is
a
no
drink,
bar to walk
because
to.
if you go to Skybox, which is the sports bar,
Around the corner, yeah. You can't,
they
yeah.
they would not give somebody that had free drinks in the casino. At least this is what I was told.
Oh, they told
they
me it
would
was
not
going to be
give the drink.
free, but it's still
Yeah.
still charged me.
That's the issue. Is it's like, yeah, okay, you can go up to the casino bar that no longer exists in this casino and order a drink. You know, it's like, but on the points system situation here, snorkel equipment rental $13.57. Now remember that just multiply that number by 2, and that's how much coin in this is going to require in order to get these rewards. Del Capitano dinner 2,400 points. Pixels photo packages 5,500 points. Aroma Stone Therapy in the spa 1,300 or 13,500 points.
Ooh.
Thing 1 and Thing 2 birthday breakfast 1,357 points. Manicure 2,400 points. Chef's table dinner 5,500 points. A 3-day Bahamas cruise 13,499 points. I promise you will get a much better offer in your marketing offers for 13,499 points than a 3-day
Even
Bahamas.
PIPF are very important.
Yeah.
PIF, whatever it's called. If
Yeah.
it's better than that.
Swedish massage 13,499 points for
Wow.
50-minute massage.
They must have brought them from Sweden.
The only one that kind of looks appeasing until you read into it is the internet plans, which I'm sure this is just for the social internet. 1,357 points, but in little B letters over in the corner per person per day.
Ooh. Dadgummit.
I mean, those are not appealing to me at all.
Me
Oh,
neither.
you have to read those little 1s and 2s and 1
Mhm.
asterisk, 2 asterisks, the little cross looking thing,
Mhm.
and get down to the bottom, and then you're like,
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
all
I've-
in the footnotes, y'all.
I've
That's the
said
word,
this
footnote.
before. I've said this before. I don't think on any cruise line I've ever seen a onboard comp that's worth working toward, other than free drinks in the casino if you're a drinker.
Yeah.
The steakhouse is not worth it. The free seafood place is just not worth. Just go buy it. It's like $50 for a steak dinner, which is cheaper than you want to get it anywhere
52.
around where you live. It's not worth the amount of money you have to put at risk in order to get that reward. The only thing you need to be concerned with, in my personal opinion, when it comes to generating points and all that kind of stuff from a comp perspective, is the stateroom offers that you're going to get. That's where the value's at. Everything else, and even with the drink package, I think it's at 2,500 points, 2,000 points,
2,000. But look, Amy put in here on Princess 1,500 points.
See?
$2 a point to
Yeah.
get your free drinks in the
Yeah.
casino. Wow. See, you're winning me over, Amy.
yeah,
That's another point for
Yeah.
Princess.
Yeah. Which is owned by the same
In company.
company.
And they will
oh,
they will
and
not know
just-
each other.
people that have princess, a lot of princess loyalty, know that you can match your loyalty with Holland America if you ever wanted to cruise Holland. Holland, I hear so many good things about Holland.
Look, I can't
Look
get
at
my
some
range.
people's
I can't get my
videos.
range.
I've
Mhm.
seen a couple of videos where for Holland America, I mean the ship is dull on the outside, but I guess on the inside, again, it's like you hear some people say, "Oh no, I don't want to do NCL." NCL looks like a dud, but you got people dancing with old fashions on their head, so you just
Well,
you
I'm
never
gonna ask
know.
all 4 of y'all in this panel: have you ever searched for a Holland cruise?
I have.
Have you, Nettie?
Well, that's a tough question. No, but I did have an offer, but it just didn't work out. I was
No, I
going
mean,
to.
seriously, just off the top of your head, said, I'm going to get a Holland Cruise. I'm going to search for a Holland Cruise.
I do because of their music, and that if that's the only entertainment that we ever do on cruise is music,
Same
and
here.
it has really good music venues. They have a music walk, and it's up our
It's
alley.
it seems like something to try, but no, in short,
Yeah.
I have not, Vicky. But the videos that I saw where they were showing like wherever the heck these people were, I don't know who they were. The band was stupid. And I like a good band, not what
Mhm.
I call a boombox band where you got two people and then you hear all this other music and he's got a little keyboard. You're like, where are the horns coming from? I like to see the guitar, the drummer, the keyboardist, and the singer.
Oh,
And
you
I,
would love Royal then, because Royal has a lot of those bands, and they're playing like in the music hall. They're playing. Let's see, where's the jazz club in the Icon class. They
yeah,
have.
but if I got to get on a ship that has like 10,000 people, it'll never see me.
Vicky, I have searched Holland, but have I once searched a Royal? No, I have no desire to go on a
But that's
Royal.
because you're a carnival person. We know how that goes.
And I
You
saw
go
something
from
in the chat.
Carnival to Holland.
Yeah,
We
I
know how that
was
goes.
I was reading the chat, and Travel brought up a point. Said if Royal come up with a reward, people would claim it's genius. I see where you're coming from, but the reality of the situation is, from my perspective of cruising on complimentary offers, Royal just does it better because they give you something
To aim for.
tangible to shoot for. And Carnival does not do that. You're throwing darts in the dark and you don't know what you're going to hit. And
I
that,
agree with that one.
yes,
Well,
that
and
is the
that is
issue to me.
if you listen to the people that are so mad, at least with the loyalty program, it gave you, okay, yeah, it was 100 days at sea, but it gave you, you knew that in 200
Mhm.
sea days you would
Yeah.
make something.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah. I'm just speaking from a casino perspective.
yeah, the casino.
I know if I go in there and I have 3 cruises planned over the next year before, March the 31st, if I get to 2,500 points collectively, I'm going to hit prime. That's going to give me free drinks in the casino and I'm going to get a free cruise. Now, is that the greatest free cruise in the world? No. Is it just drinks in the casino versus drinks all over the ship? Yes. But it's something tangible that I can wrap my mind around and say that's my target or a target that I know I'm throwing a dart at. Whereas on Carnival, and I mean, most of my cruises have
And
been
there's
on
always
Carnival.
bars in those casinos.
Yeah. And,
Mhm.
and I was on the world's biggest cruise ship in the casino bar. And I mean, that place was freaking packed. I never waited more than 10 minutes for a drink, and I could walk up to the bar and be served and handed my drink within 5 minutes. And I've never experienced that on Carnival. Now, I love Carnival. Don't get me wrong. Carnival's taken very good care of me, but it's an apples to oranges comparison where the biggest thing for me and what I focus on is I have a target. Just give me a target, Carnival. Just give me something. And the only target that there is if you get 2,000 points and you're not currently getting drinks, you'll get drinks in the casino.
See, and
Everything else is arbitrary.
I
And
feel like, yeah, I feel like I spend more time and more money and get higher points than you do. You get better offers, better marketing offers than I do. Go
Yeah, I
figure.
mean-
That's on that. That's a perfect example of
Well,
what you're saying.
I think that
You're
a lot of people in Carnival that are in the casino gambling for points are over gambling because they really don't
Mhm.
know what they're aiming for.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because there was a lady in there fussing about that while I was in the casino. And I turned and looked at her and said, well, do you know what it is you're trying to get out of
Yeah.
here? What she told me the offer she was looking for, but she said she had no idea if
Yeah.
she was
But it's not
gambled
just
enough.
Carnival.
She just kept gambling, huh?
I said, it's not just Carnival. If you remember the beginning of my conversation,
NCL
I
did that too.
misunderstood. I had no clue. I
Yeah.
saw something on the screen telling me, I was trying to get to 2,500 points, and I already had a free cruise, some invisible numbers flipping somewhere, and I didn't know. And the first thing I did, I listened to you guys. I went to the casino person in the rewards and asked her, and she blah blah blah. And I won't lie, I am the person who prefers just to go and play, and then if I got something, I will find out later. Playing for that is annoying, and it was driving me crazy, and I spent more money than I intended trying to go for that cruise when I already stupid had it.
And travel mentioned, he said a few days ago, you said the bounce back offers are inferior to the regular offers. That's true.
It's true.
But you're missing the point of what I'm saying is I have the ability to walk into Royal Casino or Royal Caribbean's casino, or I can even do it beforehand and look at all of the cruises available to me at every point level before I ever put $1 through a slot machine.
And I tell people too. I told them in my video, be sure to look at that sheet before you start.
Yes. And for me personally, on this last experience, I have better offers in my marketing offers right now than what was on that sheet. I was just going for free play. I had the same offer at 4,000 points, but I get a tremendous amount more of free play. The problem is I also have an annual target to shoot for that rewards me with a couple of tangible things that does not exist with Carnival. Carnival has taken very good care of me. I want to be clear about that. They give me onboard credit. They give me free drinks all over the ship. They give me free play, but there's just I don't know exactly how you
got it.
I can't reverse engineer how that happened. So as someone who has worked the system in Las Vegas and is learning how to work the system now with Royal, is just so much easier to be able to reverse engineer and figure out and be able to tell somebody, hey, the first thing you should do is go look at this chart, because it's going to tell you every cruise that's available to you, and you need to make sure that there's one on there that
you want, worth the money that you're.
You can get an instant certificate on both Royal and I got one in my door on Royal as well. It was a piece of crap. It wasn't. It was the same piece of crap that Carnival gives you. Yeah. Because they're just trying to fill upcoming sailings that they don't have enough people on. But at the end of the day, all I'm asking for is give me some form of a target and an annual program. And I think if Carnival would do that, which I know they don't necessarily have to because they already have so many gamblers in their system.
Like I said, they're already over gambling.
Yeah, but I still say this, and I'll stick by this, and only time will tell me wrong or prove me wrong. As of now, the way things are looking, all of these cruise lines, their profit and loss statement, that line is black and it's going straight up. Okay. They're making a ton of money. That's short-term results.
Yeah.
That is not long-term results. Tell me what's happened in 10 years. I want to know about the longevity of the value of a company based off of the decisions they're making right now. And they're just making some decisions, in my opinion, that are not very good decisions. And in the short term, they got a lot of money in the bank and they're going to get more. But tell me what their value is in 5 years down the road. I don't care what their value is right now. The value they have right now is because they're kind of manipulating. And Royal is doing this too. We talked to a couple of crew people. How does the tips work? Are you getting a part of this gratuities? There's a lot of information out there about gratuities right now, and a lot of people are complaining about it, and I'm one of them because I don't think that a cruise line should be using my gratuities. That term means something. It has a definition to supplement a cruise pay. So all they're paying is the difference instead of it being in addition to. They're not using it as a gratuity. They're using it to fill up a certain portion of the contract pay that they have with that person, and they're just paying the difference, and they're keeping the rest and putting it in their pocket. That's bull crap. That's not the way that's supposed to work.
Charge. It's not even a gratuity in any sense of the word.
I have to cook my husband dinner. I'm gonna hop
sorry.
out of here. No, you're fine.
For a minute.
You're fine.
And Chris never even told us what changed on the Carnival program that got him like what changed that you were. You said to me the Carnival Casino Rewards program.
Not the Carnival Casino Rewards program. Okay. Just the new rewards program that's going to roll out. Yeah, and I'm going to be experiencing it, in a couple of weeks too.
Yeah.
I've got 3 Carnival cruises booked. I don't have a problem with Carnival. Just from a gambling.
Say that really loud. I don't have a problem with you. But one thing I love about Carnival is they got a Penny Dragon link.
Yes. Come on.
Carnival.
I think Carnival's casino is better. I really do. I just, and I know I'm kind of begging for something that I don't have the rights to here. I'm playing a system to my advantage. But the casino programs exist for a reason. And let me put it this way. I am someone who left Las Vegas. I do not gamble on land anymore. I just gamble on cruise ships for 99% of the time. And the reason I'm doing that is because I got fed into a Carnival casino program that I was blown away by. And I got hooked, and I'm like, the value of this is incredible. I'm someone who took 10 consecutive cruises on that program because it was so attractive to me. But I'm also someone who experienced Royal Caribbean's casino program for the first time. And now my focus is changing to Royal because of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the best way I can put it is I'm not speaking, I'm not trying to speak out of both sides of my mouth. I have years of experience on how casino programs work and how to use them to your advantage, just like credit card points and everything else. And to me, Royal just does it better when it comes to the actual program because you at least have something hanging on the wall in front of you that you can throw a dart at. And I understand why Carnival doesn't do it. They have too many gamblers in their system. But it's just, even with that, there's no consistency to the offers. If I go on the Mardi Gras and I get 12,000 points, and then I go on the Horizon and I get 12,000 points, and they're roughly about a year apart, why were the offers that I was getting from the Mardi Gras better than the ones I'm now getting from the Horizon experience? There's just no, and like Lori said, I know people that have more coin in and they spend more time in the casino and they get worse offers than somebody else. And there's just not enough transparency there, I guess, to make me happy.
Yeah, the word transparency does come to mind.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, we're going to get off here because we have been on for a minute. Okay. we're coming up on 7:30 right here.
Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh. So anybody still hanging out here, thank you. We appreciate you.
Sorry about my rant.
Some people came on that I didn't even get a chance to say hello to because we were so busy. We didn't get to say hello to Kurt, who was in here. Kurt, I hope you're still in here. Although, I think that some other programs have come on too, so a lot of people may have fallen off. But thank you guys. And Amy was talking about how she's happy Prime free drinks in the casino for well over a year, depending on when you earn it. She loves that program. Okay, so. Travel right now. He's having some feelings about Royal. So he expressed a few things.
I get it. And again, this is what I was talking about earlier this is why I love this community. Because, I mean, I don't know Travel personally, but if I were to sit down across from him, I'm sure we'd have a great heated conversation or whatever.
Maybe one day you don't know if he's going on the unhinged.
It's just, this is good banter about the cruise industry, and it happens all the time with multiple different things. And this is just one thing that we're focused on with the casino program. So it's not anything. I mean, at the end of the day, I'll take whatever offer anybody wants to throw
That's
at me.
the truth,
You know
y'all.
what I'm
You
saying?
give me an offer, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
talk about you. I'm gonna say thank you very much.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So anyway, but okay, Amy said nice chat with friends. LOL. It's nice chat with friends. It really is. We are all friends, and we all have strong feelings about our cruise ships. That's the way it is. So there you go. But anyway, you guys, we're gonna get off here because it's getting late, and some of us have already gone on to other stuff. So thank you so much for coming in, y'all, and hopefully next week we will talk about casinos more.
Sorry.
I don't know. I won't be here. No.
I don't know. I doubt I'll be here the following week. So
I was gonna say it's gonna be rough.
I wanted to say real quick, Chris, it's on a different topic, but I think we touched on it. If you're going to Seattle, but I don't know, you probably don't carry a lot of bags, like you said. You're one person, and you don't.
Mhm.
You may or you may not. But the one thing that I liked, if anybody goes to Alaska, at least they offered this on NCL, and I'm not sure if it's an NCL thing or just a Seattle thing. They have something called Port Valet. Doesn't cost you a dime. And what happens is you fill out the form on the ship, and like everybody else, the last night you put your bags outside your room, but instead of having to go and get your bag, depending on what time your flight is, you don't have to fool with your bag. It goes automatically to the airport, and you see it.
Really?
Yes. And so look for
Huh.
Port Valet. They may or may not have it. I don't know. We went to Alaska, what the hell, 22 years ago, but it's a fabulous offer. You
Very
just
much
put in
so.
your
That is
flight
very
information.
interesting.
Good
Yeah.
information. You should have did a video.
Well, you know,
I'm
like I
just
told
messing
you,
with her. I'm messing with her.
don't mess with me.
Nettie and I always joke about all the thoughts we have in our heads that never seem to make it
That
to
never
the,
seem to make it. Yeah.
to the video. But yeah, well, But we talk
Yep.
about it. We talk.
That
about
is
I'm
awesome,
gonna
though.
do
I'm
better.
definitely going to check into that. That is,
Yeah, when you get on, you might can call them, but they're gonna probably act like the people on the phone, like, "What are you talking about?" But when you get on the ship, ask somebody, and they'll know if they have it or not.
And there might be a video on YouTube about it already.
Yeah.
about it's very cool because you don't have to
If-
fool with your luggage.
if not, I'll make a video.
He says, "I will make a video." Okay.
Yeah,
I
I
have
mentioned it
so
in one
much-
of our videos, but I
Okay.
didn't
I
talk
have
about it.
so much footage from last week. It ain't even
Oh,
funny.
yeah. Good luck with that, by the way.
Including-
We have found over the years that footage just collects. Okay.
Here's a little teaser, though. Me and my brother literally thought we were going to die in St. Thomas.
Okay.
And due to a taxi driver.
Oh,
and
no.
And not all of it is because of his driving.
Whoa, no. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm curious. You have piqued my interest. Oh my goodness. Tell your brother I said that he needs to watch my $20 gambling videos.
He will not. I told him, I said, I'll give you money to gamble with. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Well,
He doesn't
I
have
understand.
any interest in it whatsoever.
Yeah.
None. You
Well,
he's
I always
like,
tell people if you don't like gambling, don't do it.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you're
yeah,
just
for
doing
sure.
it for comps, don't do it because you will hate it if you do it for any other reason than the joy of
Oh, yeah.
winning.
There
and
you
losing
go.
money.
And that's what I just said. I like to play the machines, and I'm going back to my old style. If I get something as a result, I'll find out later.
yeah.
Playing to get it, I can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
That was
I
too much
try
for
to
me.
get what I try to do is get things in blocks that I can use. And I know my lifestyle is a little bit different than everybody's because I can kind of work while I'm on the ship. But I try to get, okay, here's a quarter of the year. The offers I have, how many of these could I realistically book within this quarter off the offers that I have? And then use the next offers that I get to try to book the next quarter and so on. Chasing comps is a dangerous proposition.
It really is.
And-
Anyway, you look
yeah.
at even on land, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. You have to be very careful to not get too enthusiastic about it, I guess is the best way to put it, when it comes to the actual gambling part of it.
Yeah.
Because you can very easily end up paying $5,000 for a $2,000 free cruise. You know,
Yeah.
that's,
Right.
Rewards have to be appropriate. Yeah.
Yep.
And
And
I'm
then you
so-
got to pay for the upgrade because I ain't standing in this.
I'm starting to shift my language on my channel where I'm not using the term free cruise
Yeah.
anymore. I might say free cruise fare, but even with that, it's being transparent enough to say, you know, like I did earlier, yeah, I got 4,015 points, but I lost roughly $1,500 in order for that to happen. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that's pretty good, you know, 37 cents a point, something like that, I guess. So that's a good return on my investment. And I'm, you know, I got offers that are going to obviously supersede that, but you have to be very careful because I see a lot of people that will tell me I got a free cruise. And then I look over at the points that they have and it's their money. They do whatever they want to with it, but they got 25,000 points, which is 125 grand in one cruise. Yeah. And I'm like, well, of course you got a free cruise. You just bought the
Like
last.
the ship.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
You bought the casino.
yeah.
Well,
so-
trust that wasn't me, and
No.
I still came home with my money doubled. So I was happy as hell. I'm not.
I was
gonna
gonna say I don't know how my win-loss statements are going because I always come back with more than when I left with. So
I
I was
never do.
you know, the freedom especially. I mean, I left with like $400 or something like that, and came back with like almost 1,500. So when I told them wasn't getting enough offers, they basically sent me back a message says they said something to the effect of, "We really have not seen your gambling history yet." In
Yeah.
other words, you haven't lost enough money for us yet.
Mhm. Or you haven't generated enough coin in. You know,
Yeah.
they don't really care. They seriously don't care if you win or lose. It's just
Yeah.
coin in.
It's just fun.
But you know, my philosophy is I'm going to lose a certain amount of money because I'm just trying to get as much value back as I can.
Yeah.
If I wasn't getting the value back, I wouldn't be doing this. Like
Yeah.
I told y'all a couple weeks ago, with the new developments going on and the way gambling's going with all of the machine variation and stuff, if this dries up, I just gonna quit gambling. And
There you
it's
go.
not, you know, it's not gambling is a losing endeavor
Anyway,
to begin
yeah.
with. It's designed for you to lose.
It's entertaining.
Yes, it's definitely entertainment. If you can get something valuable back out of it, that's great. But if that goes away, that, you know, it's the same thing of why I left Las Vegas and I don't go there anymore except for business, is because the value of what I was getting deteriorated. And as long as there's an opportunity for me to take that money somewhere else and get better value out of it, then that's what I'm going to do. You know,
Yeah.
This is a two-way street.
Mhm.
You know, and there's a lot of gamblers out there like me, and there's a lot of gamblers that have no issue throwing down 20 grand on a cruise and have at it. I don't have.
And there's
20
a
grand to
lot
throw on
of there's a
cruise.
lot of non-gamblers that throw down 20.
Oh yeah, serious
Which
money.
always blows my mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
what, you got what kind of suite? Oh my gosh. But
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm not really surprised. I guess in the scheme of things, it's all a matter of how much you're willing to spend for your vacation. Okay.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
And on it. Yep.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're out of here, y'all. Thank you for coming in, everybody. Thank you for listening to us go on and on and on
Yeah.
about cruise ships and casinos today. We will see you guys not next Tuesday because I'm going to be in Vegas.
Take them for all they got, Vicky. Take them for everything.
Go to Rockin'
Dollar-
Potato.
Yes.
The
Just running
baked
out the
potato
door.
was stupid.
Rockin' potato.
Rockin' Potato.
Rockin' potato.
Huh.
Oh,
Yes.
you went there. That's right. We got to have a discussion tomorrow about your Vegas trip. No, we'll do it. We'll do it Friday.
Well, remember it was.
Oh, I'm not going to be here Friday.
I'm not either. I gotta go to Vegas. But I went to Vegas for a family reunion. But my cousin took me to this place, and it's like in a little mall up an escalator somewhere, a little past the MGM Grand. But the baked
I
potatoes.
know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh
They
my
have free
God.
internet, not free internet, but internet up there.
Okay, yeah, the Rockin' Potato. It was very, 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 very good.
Okay, good. Are you going to be here Thursday night?
Yeah.
I was say, be careful what you say because I can easily change it to a panel. I was thinking I'm not going to be here Friday. Maybe we should do the after party as a panel if you want to. I know you're trying to get some watch time, girl.
You know I am. I'm going to put up another New Zealand look at the water and the beautiful scenery video in a few minutes. That's
Oh,
all
sweet.
I got. And
Oh,
then
I
I might
love
work
that.
on. I
I
might
love
work
those.
on the
And
other
Chris, you're invited too if you want to come and talk about some more cruise stuff.
I think everybody's probably had enough of me this week.
We never have enough of cruise talk. I don't know what that's about, but
I know what you mean.
anyway.
It's so much fun, and it's such an interesting industry beyond that. And there's a lot of passion on all sides of things. It's very it's just cool. It's a cool community that I didn't know even existed, and it goes beyond YouTube. It's just the community, the cruising community in general.
The cruising
is
community is funny. Yeah, they really
yeah,
are.
it's just I've never met somebody I've never not met somebody on a cruise.
Yeah.
And been exchanging information, whatever, just had a cool conversation with them. It's just a different vibe than if I'm sitting at a slot machine in Las Vegas and somebody starts talking to me next to me, I'm like,
okay, I remember that for reference this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, I know you.
Oh, you're gonna have somebody try to sell you some brand new Apple earbuds in the box. And then you're gonna have somebody go, hey, this machine over here is about to hit. You need to come play it. And if you win, though, I get 20% because I'm going around finding all the Vegas is an animal all of its own, but that's what makes it so interesting.
That's what makes it interesting. Yep.
So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna do Winning Wednesday tomorrow morning at 10, and when everybody gets back, we will finally, and I will announce and have another cruise talk. But meanwhile, you guys have a great Tuesday night. Have a taco on me, Taco Tuesday.
Hey,
oh
I
yeah, I
gotta
gotta go make some guacamole. Thank you.
What time we eating, Eddie? What time we eating?
Let's see. It probably take me 20 minutes. How about 7?
It might take me a little bit longer to get to where you live from there, but
y'all can meet in Louisville and bring the tacos.
Yeah.
See y'all later.
All right.
See y'all.